In Balzac, Alberta. Look at that. How incredible. Coming up throughout the hour, I will let you know where you could very well see the northern lights if you are in particular areas. So I'll keep you posted on that. We also have a great science behind the weather on Aurora Borealis. Michelle Mackey joining you with your national forecast. Beginning in the west, we do have a weak cold front sliding through the prairies Monday morning. Generally looking at trace amounts of snow. The higher amounts are relegated to the foothills of Alberta. You can see here generally less than 5 centimeters, but again, the foothills, Jasper, that's where we could see upwards of 5 centimeters of snow. Clearing out, and in behind this, a cold shot of Arctic air expected for midweek. All right, Vancouver, it's another beautiful morning for you. Above seasonal, sunny skies, and as we head across the Rockies, Calgary, slightly below seasonal, particularly when we compare it to those Sunday temperatures, and some light flurries to start the day. Regina, clear and cold, Arctic high in place, and that snow is going to slide through later in the afternoon. Okay, relatively quiet in the west when we compare it to the active weather going on in the east. Okay, active weather. We do have a low on the way to Atlantic Canada, and it's going to be hitting Newfoundland Monday afternoon in the southwest into Monday evening, overnight to Tuesday morning. We are talking extensive snowfall amounts, blowing snow, strong gusts, and because of all of that, Environment Canada has issued a winter storm warning. Here's how much we can expect in the way of accumulation. 15 to 25 centimeters, not out of the question. We'll have more on this Atlantic Canada story throughout the hour, including your long ranger. That's after your locals on the 10s. Thinking of heading to Texas on Monday? Well, you certainly picked a good day for that in eastern Canada. A quick snapshot at the conditions across Canada on Monday. You can see sunny but cool through central and eastern Canada. Active weather on the way for our maritime provinces and Newfoundland. Snow is quite extensive through Newfoundland particularly. And as we track further to the south towards Texas, those temperatures are going to be more mild, sunny for the most part in San Antonio, but only 8 degrees in Dallas. But it's not going to last as we head into the start of this week. More active weather is on the way. Michelle Mackey joining you with your national forecast. Let's begin in Newfoundland, where Environment Canada has issued a winter storm watch and warning for central and western portions of the province. We are in for extensive snowfall, upwards of 25 centimeters in some areas, and also very strong winds making for blowing snow. Multitude of conditions. That's why Environment Canada issues a winter storm warning. Meanwhile, through the north, blizzard warnings are in effect. Now, the threshold is much higher in terms of Environment Canada issuing a blizzard warning. So unlike the 444 rule that we have through much of southern Canada, if you will, it's actually 446. So the conditions have to last for at least 6 hours. All right, let's take a look at our high temperatures across the country on Sunday. I want to point out Toronto sitting at -4 below seasonal. Meanwhile, Whitehorse, 0 degrees. Warmer in Whitehorse than it was in Toronto. Here's what we can expect for your Monday morning across the country. Waking up to yet another sunny and above seasonal day in the city of Vancouver, and it's going to rebound quite nicely to above seasonal double digits as we get into the afternoon. Calgary starting off with some flurries, -6. It's going to be much colder than the temperatures we saw on Sunday. Toronto, -7. Clear, but Tuesday we are in for a big system. We'll have more on that throughout the hour. Montreal, frigid, -8, but when we factor in those winds coming from the northwest, it's going to be feeling like the minus mid-teens. Halifax, that's where we're getting into some active weather. -1, but we are in for significant snowfall amounts. Cape Breton, for example, that's where we could see upwards of 20 centimeters of snow throughout the day. Are you ready for spring? Me too. Well, we are going to have the spring outlook right here on the Weather Network for you on Tuesday, March the 3rd at 6 a.m. This cold. You know what? That didn't stop folks from hitting the rink. Michelle Mackey joining you. You know, Hamilton has, as of Sunday, had 42 consecutive days under 0 degrees. And guess what? Monday morning, it's going to be another day. Another chilly start under 0 degrees. -8 for your Monday morning, but mostly clear skies. It's a similar story in Toronto. This is the calm before the storm. As we head into Oshawa, a similar start, -7. So if you are leaving the house, dress up in lots of layers and also bring the sunglasses. Okay, here's a look at the temperatures that we can expect through your Monday afternoon. Last week, we were seeing a lot of purples, but now we are seeing some blues. And we have a next system on the way on Tuesday. Let's talk active weather. Do you remember this scene in Waterloo on Tuesday? Yeah, near blizzard conditions. Almost whiteout conditions on the roads. We had multiple vehicle crashes, lots of calls to emergency personnel, and we could very well see a similar situation as we move into Tuesday. All right, a look ahead. Monday, there's your high pressure, but we are dealing with a Colorado low. That's going to phase in with a system from the north. They merged together on Tuesday over Ontario, and then in behind it, clear high pressure moving in, but cold by the end of the week. All right, here's a look at your 3-day forecast through select cities. There's your snow on Tuesday for Toronto. How is this shaping up in the long range? Well, we'll let you know next after your locals on the 10s. Do you need a winter break, maybe head down to Bahamas? Well, if you do, and you are planning on doing that this week, here's what you're leaving behind. We still are above seasonal through much of British Columbia. Lots of sun in place, high pressure through the prairie provinces, but we are dealing with some active weather in the east. We'll have much more on that throughout the hour right here on the Weather Network. But let's get to the good news. This is what we're seeing in Bahamas, Nassau, sunny skies, 29 degrees is your high. Miami, a beautiful 27.